Greetings, Leo. Welcome to Muse and Magic 1111, and thanks for stopping by my channel for yet another deep dive into your tarot journey. We're just going to go ahead and get into it, okay? So far, something's not looking very attractive right now. There might have been a woman in your life or a man in your life who you might have thought was attractive at one time, but no longer is. Could have been an engagement that was called off, but this just looks like it was a situation where it looked like you might have thought this person was the one, but it just didn't turn out the way that you thought. So it's no longer, or either it's fizzling out. And then this is, about forgiving and learning. It's like what your coaches would say, there's no such thing as, you know, um, as a loss when you recognize that losing only equates to you to lessons, right? Figuring out what you could do to tighten up so you can come back again and win. Okay. So here we are with, letting your, let your friends help you. So this may be a time where you already are doing this, or it's calling for, universe is calling for you to just get out with your friends and just have fun. Go out for a fun time out, just hanging out, friend hangouts and things like that, because your friends always tend to help you to raise your vibration and make you feel better, about these types of things. And also to forget that you're, single, right? When you're having fun with your friends, you're not worried about whether or not you're in a committed relationship or not, or whether you've, you know, um, whatever has happened, in your past situation, you know. I don't feel like you're being very optimistic about your love life right now. I don't even think you're really even, I think you think about it, but I just feel like you don't have a lot of optimism around it. It's almost like you feel like, maybe you feel like you'll never find the right one. Maybe you feel like you've, tried and failed so many times, had so many failed relationships or failed attempts at relationships, that you're just not feeling very enthusiastic right now. So this could be a really great time for retreat. Go into hermit mode, go incognito. Again, there's a lot of energy around self transformational work right now, and just, 90-day transformation, 12-month transformation, like just changing your life, the way that you, for some of you, the way that you look, the way that you cook, the way that you eat, the way that you move, the way that you spend, the way that you work, like just really starting to just tighten up, you know what I mean? And just change some things. I have no idea where these cards came from, but they wanted to be here. Yeah. So there's a situation where, like I said, you're not really worried about it. There's no one that you're interested in right now where that's showing that you have some type of chemistry with them. Okay. Your finances and career are a little upside down, literally. I don't even read these upside down. I always say that, and then I just started doing it because it kind of makes sense. They're always on point, even in the reverse. And then this is not something that's going to really change soon unless you take this time of retreat. It was literally right under the retreat card. So, you know, um, this very soon could be turned, upright, but you got to take time for yourself. I don't know why I almost want to just yell out self-care. I don't feel like you've been taking care of yourself. We tend to, as people work so much, we have so much on our minds, so much going on. Our days are full from sun up to sundown, and we think of everything else to do for ourselves except for self-care. We find time to go to the bar. We find time to go to the game. We find time to go take care of our children. We find time to go out and eat and spend 90 minutes there, sometimes 2 hours just ordering food, waiting for it, eating it, and then waiting for the you know what I'm saying? But we will not, for the life of us, take out an hour to go get a massage, 90 minutes, or sometimes even an hour just to go get a facial, or to go get our hair cut or our hair done if you're a woman. I mean, self-care. And those are remedial things. When I think of self-care, I think about meditation. I think about going and taking a hot bath, you know what I'm saying? With my favorite things like some sea salt or some Epsom salt, or, just all the things. Self-care for me is even changing my bedroom around, or getting a new bedspread and a whole, like all those things that make me feel like a woman, or like my space, my personal sacred space as a spa. You know what I'm saying? That's self-care for me. Um, Now, this card is not even a deck that I used today, but it was in the wrong deck and it popped out. And again, forgiveness. So something here is literally shooting out at you to forgive, because this was also forgiving and learning, right? About the past relationships that may not have worked out, and maybe even forgiving yourself. Some of us need to forgive our parents. Maybe we didn't have a ideal example of what relationships should even look and feel like. Forgiveness. Okay. um so here, with what's going on as far as the changes happening in your life, I see that there could be some adult children here. Okay. That's affecting your life or situation. And not even, I really don't feel like this is affecting anything. I just feel like your mind has been focused on your children getting older, you getting older, the relationship between you and your children possibly, or just the fact that you're watching them grow into young adults. And it's like, wow, maybe there's empty nester syndrome happening for some of you. So take it how it resonates. But yeah, this is just welcoming a new energy, welcoming the new. Even the new you know what I'm saying? Once you come out of this retreat and you work on this self-transformational energy, who's to say what that's going to look like at the end of 90 days, even 30 days for some of you. Okay. Yeah, self-care is in reverse. And I said that earlier. I just felt like you weren't really taking care of yourself. So take the time to turn this upside right and really focus on how you could do something for yourself, for self-care. Do something you don't usually do. Do something new. Just do something that's going to give you the nurturing, the love, the attention, the grace that you need for yourself, that your body and your mind is calling out for. And again, massage is nurturing. Wow, Leo. God, you guys are so, I don't know. You're just so, what's that NDRE song? I swear it's your theme song. Slow down, baby, you're going too fast. You got your hands in the air, feet on the gas, gonna wreck your future, running from the past. Slow down, baby. I don't know if that's the actual lyrics, but I think it is. Sometimes, I be having so many songs and lyrics in my head, I sometimes get them mixed up. But that's what I hear for you. Like, you need to slow down, go into retreat, calm down. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about tomorrow. Get what you need for yourself right now. I feel like you're reserving your energy, like you haven't really been giving a lot to others. This came up in another reading, but this is volunteering, and volunteering doesn't always mean, like I said in, I think, Sag's reading or something. Volunteering is not always about going and, trying to help out at the local soup kitchen or, anything like that. Volunteering could just be volunteering wisdom, advice, help in whatever way that you can render it to people, those in need. It could be helping your mama, okay? Or your daddy or somebody, helping a lady whose tires on flat aside the road, but just volunteering because it makes you feel good and it puts you in the energy of putting out good karma so that you also generate good karma coming back. Remember, for everything, there is a reaction. Every action, there's a reaction. That is the law of karma, the law of the universe. And I just feel like you've just been in a little bit of a blah. Like, I think Leos are typically very happy people in a sense of just being, they live and act like they're on top of the world even when they're not. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's more not right now with you, Leo. Like, I just feel like you're not living your best life and you know it, and it makes you a little sad. Not boo-hoo sad, but just kind of like, damn, am I really happy? What am I going to do to change this shit? You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. So let's just jump into your finances, okay? Feelings. Feelings. Okay, so you may be getting I don't know why I literally was thinking of Marsha Ambrosia, a song she has called Feelings. I'm emotional, you're emotional. Maybe that's why we both. RUI. And then she goes on to say something else. So that might resonate. Because remember, we were talking about that relationship, how you relationship. Oh, I almost said shit. I didn't mean to say that. But relationship, you know, stuff, just the try again, the fails, you know. And I just feel like that's kind of like your theme song right now. Like, you know, it's always ends up emotional. It's all this high tension that goes on, or some type of toxicity. And it's like, oh my God. Feelings. Check that out though. So this may be getting uh, it's like these feelings though are around your finances, okay, and emotions, your finances and your career or your job or something. It might feel a little unsteady right now. Things are a little topsy-turvy, you know what I'm saying? But this is I don't want to say cautioning you. It's almost like there's like this flicker of fire under your butt. Like, hey, you have some things you're not even tapping into. Shopping. This is the card of knowing that you could actually do really well if you got into selling something, okay, that people actually want to buy. So if you have some type of an extra talent or some type of a thing that you've been thinking about, a business you've been thinking about as far as selling items or something specific, this may be the time to actually do that because people are looking for what you have. Okay, and this could bring you a steady income if you really take it seriously. And instead of it being just a hobby or just a side hustle, so to speak, make it an actual business, right? Professional business, you know. And there's no need to be emotional about your finances or the up and downness, I'm making up words now, of your stability and of your financial situation, because again, it's just, there's no accidents, no happenstances. This is universe pushing you to do something for yourself, to do something with the talent that you have, or do something with the idea or the dream that you have of selling items or selling things, whether it's on social media, a website, or whatever it is, because this is the time that it could really do well for you. Okay, this is literally the green light. Yeah, retail. Okay. Yep. Gives you time that you can reinvent the wheel. Okay. And then clever is the bottom of the deck. So this is just working smart gets the work done. That's it. That's it. Focus on the basics. Clever. You're clever, Leo. You guys are clever folks, so you already know. Yep. That's really it. That's really it. That's your reading, Leo. Until next time, and all you're getting, get understanding. Remember that love is the highest vibration of all. Remember that love brings change. And until next time, I just wish you optimal levels of health, wealth, and wholeness. Love to you as always. And I'll see you next time.